More than 30 million Americans who are enrolled in the country's Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, or SNAP, are standing on the edge of a possible hunger cliff this month.
Yeah, a 15% emergency boost to SNAP benefits had been in place for the past 2 years in response to the pandemic, but those extra benefits are due to expire on March 1st. So take a look at your screen. 18 states seen in this map in light green, they've already ended these emergency allocations, and starting on March 1st, the 32 states in dark green, shown here, will slash benefits by 15%, which could potentially plunge millions of Americans into a state of food insecurity.
Let's bring in MoneyWatch reporter Aimee Picchi. Aimee, can you first tell us why are states rolling back on these benefits right now? Especially, we're coming off of a year of increasing inflation where food costs have been rising. Why now?
At the start of the pandemic, but with the spending bill that was signed into law in December, the Congress opted to end those benefits early. So that's why it's happening now. They could have continued longer, but at this point, they're ending next month for every state. And as you mentioned, some states already have ended this. And the reason why is a lot of those states, like Georgia, for instance, said, the economy is better. The jobless rate is low. In fact, right now, it's the lowest since 1969. But there's an interesting dichotomy going on here because even though, yes, jobs are plentiful, the job market is strong right now, enrollment in food stamps actually remains at a post-pandemic high. There are 42 million people on food stamps right now. It's still much higher than prior to the pandemic. And as you mentioned, at the same time, inflation is still high. Groceries rose 10% in December. And so all these people, millions of people, are going to be coming off these extra benefits at a time when they are facing higher food costs, when they are still struggling with hunger and some other issues. So it's kind of going to be a challenging time for a lot of people.
So what we're talking about here with 15%, that's about $82 per month in these supplemental benefits. $82 worth of food at the grocery store for me anyway. That's 10, 12 meals at least here in New York. What are the national numbers like?
Yeah, well, so it's interesting. I looked at the USDA and what they estimate you can buy with a certain amount of money. And basically, to feed an adult woman and a preschool age child per week is about $82. So if you think about that, that means, households, will be missing perhaps, a week's worth of food for a couple members in their family. So that's a big impact. That's going to hurt a lot of families. But in worst case scenario, actually, some households are going to lose much more in their benefits. There are especially some older recipients could go from getting to their benefits for more than $200 a month to the minimum, which is about $23 a month. So those households could see a very severe reduction. $82, of course, can buy a lot of food, but it doesn't buy as much as it used to because of inflation. And that's the other issue that families are going to be coping with right now.
Right. And so what are families that are concerned about food insecurity to do? What resources are there for them?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no way to appeal this. This is just going into effect, so you can't ask for more. But one expert I said, families should make sure that they are using everything they can to maximize their benefits. For instance, you can, use your utility costs, your rent to say, my expenses are this much, so I actually need a little bit more. So you can do that. And there's also food banks. However, food banks are saying that they are pretty stretched right now. So, this might not be enough to fill that gap. One thing I just want to highlight as well, the experts are telling us is that, food stamps have a big impact on the economy. And with the reduction of the spending, it actually could have an impact on the economy. And that, that reduction of $82 a month means those $82 aren't going to be spent at a store in your local economy, in your local area. So, that could have an impact as well. So these are all things to keep an eye on coming in March. But of course, on a personal level, the hunger cliff, as anti-hunger experts call it, this is going to be, stressful and a real issue for a lot of families.
Yeah. Aimee Picchi, thank you so much.
Thank you.